Well, back in about, let's say 10 years ago, since we're here for that celebration, two of the county supervisors had wandered onto this campus and saw some of the activities we were doing from the original homeless court. And after that, there was a suggestion made that it should go forward more to a regional, and then the presiding over Maricopa County Superior Court had reached out and organized individuals to kind of gather together and really imagine what would it look like if we went, county-wide. And so that was really the beginning of the discussion and really that movement toward regionalizing this approach to really problem solving and this difficult issue.
I mean, at that time there were a number of specialty courts. I think of the drug courts, the mental health courts, veterans courts, all very worthwhile, successful programs. But we found that this population, these homeless folks, had multiple problems, and often too they would have charges, and they were small infractions, admittedly, but in many different jurisdictions. The courts met with the service providers and the county management, and they thought there has to be a better way to address those needs, and also help these folks get re-engaged, get back into the community, and to be successful. So,
the Human Services Campus provides this space, this classroom for the homeless court to convene once a month, which is a big deal to have a space for people to be. And we have a lot of clients that access services here that benefit from homeless court. It makes it convenient. On top of that, as Human Services Campus, we have an advocate. So we have a case manager. She's a licensed social worker that we pay a small stipend to, and she assists people who are on the campus get connected with homeless court to understand the process. So it makes a big difference to have a person here who can outreach to clients and tell them what's available and that she can help them through the process. It can also be a very lengthy process. Having that consistent person that can help them and make sure that they go through all the steps and complete their journey is really important.
I think it's very powerful and very impactful in a lot of ways. Some of it is very practical things, like we saw today, people can't pay their fines, so this is a tangible way of do something clearly. We sort of set up a path of what makes sense for them, what they're doing in terms of ending their homelessness, and those hours go towards their fines. People have extreme just anxiety of not being able to pay those things for some decades. You see people who've not had their license or who've had warrants for 2 decades, sometimes being able to resolve it. It gives people hope. It gives people a good experience with the justice system. So people are terrified of judges and lawyers and the system, and they've had a lot of negative experiences. So for them to have positive interactions and be celebrated and being recognized is very powerful.
Generally, for the most part, all the clients have just had, some bad break. They're in a situation that sometimes, and most of the time, is beyond their control and just spirals out of control. But they get into the program and we're able to help them. And all they really need is just a small little help, a bump, somebody just to give them a little bit of a hand, and that's what we do. And then they work through it themselves. It's not like we're handing them anything for free. They work through the program and meet all the requirements. It's not easy, and they do it.
There really is truly collaboration between the courts, the community providers, the county that is hosting the campus here. And when you bring all that together, I think there's kind of a synergy, okay, where we can do things that would not be possible if we were just on our own, let's say as a standalone court or one provider, if you will. And I do see that as sort of the future as well.
The court is at its best when it can have the time to do what's right. It's not about how many cases a court does. It's the value proposition it offers society as that third branch of really problem solving and really thinking through what's really best for all. And you're really taking procedural justice and giving it life and giving it breath. And I think that's what you're seeing here in the Regional Homeless Court. It provides the value of why we became court employees, why we are so interested in justice. It gives meaning to what we do. We're not widgets, we're human beings that are reaching out to other human beings and trying to assist them through a process that benefits them, but in the end it really benefits all.
Don't be afraid. If you have something you got to take care of, tell them about it over there and they will take care of it for you. Like I said, like now I'm in court, but this court is so wonderful. I mean, like I told them today, I'm as old as I am, I've seen a lot of things, but I've never seen such a coming together as today. And I know we got a long ways to go in our world. But just for this, today, to see all these different colors, nationalities, and people, and all in one setting getting help, and the judge is actually a nice guy, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal.